ay regular na nanonood ng Kababayan LA, dapat alam nyo na ngayon na ang Oktubre po ay Filipino-American History Month. But you know, it's not just that, because on a specific day in October, sa Carson, nagkaroon po ng proclamation that October 25 is actually Larry Itliong Day. We've talked about this before on the show. We talked a little bit about the story of Larry, and Johnny, Larry's son, is once again joining us here on the show to tell us more about his father. And Faye Kunz, kilala nyo na po siya. Parang this is what, your third this month. Si Faye po ang punong abala sa Carson sa ating pong pagdiriwang ng Filipino-American History Month. Faye, you have an event on Friday, tomorrow night.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
It's the community pillars and role models. We are awarding 3 outstanding individuals. One is Samuel Icalina. He's a World War II veteran. He's the president of the Veterans of Carson. And then, of course, Manong Philip Vera Cruz, one of the founders of the United Farm Workers, who worked closely with Larry Itliong during the grape strike. And Richard Biss, he's representing the youth. He's an organizer of the ADAP against substance abuse.
Faye and myself, along with Richard actually drove, no? There was 2 Sundays ago, we went to Delano para po bisitahin kung saan nagsimula yung farm workers movement. That was really started by Larry Itliong. Johnny, we have been trying to correct U.S. history because in the books, ang kinikilala nila ay si Cesar Chavez. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you know, unfortunately, as history goes, the winner tells the story. And when I say the winner, because the fact is there were more Hispanics than there were Filipinos back in the 60s in the grape fields. My father did have a larger union at the time than Cesar did. Larry was the leader of AWOC, which was a AFL-CIO union. So therefore it was recognized and well organized. And my father was one who actually really put it all together. Reason being is because Larry, he was able to speak at least 7 to 9 different dialects of Filipino.
Wow.
So he was a communicator. Being a communicator, therefore, made him a great organizer.
And he was able to organize the grape farm workers. And after he started that movement, Cesar Chavez joined him in these efforts, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Larry actually asked him 3 different occasions. And you know, everybody's saying it was 8 days after. I'm in the middle of researching the true date of when Larry and the Manongs, was Pete and Pete Velasco, Philip Veracruz, and Andy Umatan, and I believe actually at the time Ben Ganis were the ones who went to Cesar to ask him. And of course he did not want to join because he wanted the one to be leading it all. And again went another time, and then it was the 3rd time when which is told by Dolores Rota, that it was her and Helen Chavez that pushed Cesar to hold an emergency meeting for his union, NFWA, to hold a vote.
Of course.
And overwhelmingly, they voted yes to join the strike. So he was forced
to join
by his own union to join. Yes.
Faye, when we talk about this, and that was the interview that we did with you when we first talked about the proclamation of Carson. When we're trying to rewrite history, where there's already Cesar Chavez, what roads named after him, what a school named after him, it's not easy, no?
And even a day. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why we hold trips, you know, trips to go to Delano, maybe go there in July, and also when we speak with the students. And that's the reason why we hold, you know, like on Larry Itliong Day on October 20, they're holding a forum just to make things straight and to lay down the facts that it's not just Cesar Chavez who founded the United Farm Workers. The Filipinos has a lot to do with the founding of the union. You know, in fact, they were out there in the grape fields already, and And some people were still trying to convince Cesar Chavez.
And you're thankful to the city of Carson for making this proclamation, making October 25 Larry Itliong Day.
Yes.
Where is it celebrated? Is it just in Carson?
Well, it actually in Carson was the first one to make a proclamation of Larry Itliong Day, and soon after that we went to the County of Los Angeles, the Board of Supervisors, and so it actually is in the County of Los Angeles. October 25th is Larry Itliong Day, and we will be doing the celebration on the 20th because it's a Saturday prior to it, falls on a weekday, at the South Bay Pavilion. And thanks to the South Bay Pavilion to actually hosting our event.
We have a very vibrant and dynamic Filipino-American community in Carson, of course. You have an event on Friday. Is it at the same venue?
Yes, it's going to be at the South Bay Pavilion, 20700 South Avalon. There'll be, performances like Mel Ilomen will sing Pilipino Ako, and this is a song that he has composed and usually sang during the Samahang Filipino of UCLA during his days. And so there'll be performances. There's also going to be a photo exhibit of the World War II veterans, picture, which is put up by the Frontliners Media. They took photos of World War II heroes.
And that's on Friday night. Now, the following morning or afternoon, 11 to 2?
11 to 2, yes.
11 to 2, we're going to be celebrating Larry Itliong Day. And the forum, who's going to be speaking at the forum?
Well, of course, I will be there. Marissa Roy will be there talking about the Delano Manong trailer, the story of Larry and the Manongs. We'll also have Patricio Ganalsa, who is the director of the Black IP Beppo video.
Yes.
And he'll be doing his presentation of Filipinos in the film industry.
Okay. Wonderful. You know what? When we were in Delano, and we're gonna do a full special on Kababayan LA on Delano, on the farmers. We got interviews. We showed the sites where there were some original posters that are still there even until now. And there was this one interview with the guide, with our tour guide. What was
Roger?
Roger. And Roger said, we must not forget. And not only do we always remember, we always need to talk about it also so people know the truth. And that is what we're doing. That is why you're celebrating that every year, and every year you're here.
Yes.
And every weekend, you've been here every week on the show. We still continue to celebrate and commemorate Filipino-American History Month in the city of Carson. We hope to see you there this weekend. South Bay Pavilion Mall. Thank you so much.
All right.
And more power to you.
Can I say one more thing?
Okay.
This is not about bringing down Caesar. This is about a celebration of two different communities getting together and making something happen. Because if it wasn't for Larry and Caesar, because Larry couldn't do it alone and Caesar couldn't do it alone,
Beautiful.
they had to do it together.
Beautiful. That is right. I like that message. And again, more importantly, this is also about telling the truth. What really happened and setting the record straight, correct?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, and more power to you. Entertainment, when we return on the show, don't go away.